future of our increasingly globalized society or the leading state of Australia relies on the proficiency of communication. The most effective means of communication is language. We believe a vital skill to lay the foundations of a functional integration in both the community and ensuring equal employment opportunities is language. The mandatory English lesson scheme is admirable in essence and appropriate to the demographics of New South Wales, whereby a large amount of immigrants are on the increase. The scheme is in order to assure migrants' contribution to the state's economic and social dynamics without discrimination based on language skills. However, Madam Speaker, consider other vital skills, such as maths, in assuring migrants' employment opportunities. Mathematics is at the core of a majority of jobs. Would migrants' lack of skills in maths jeopardize their employment opportunities? If we teach them English, why not teach them maths? That is in line with the essence of the bill to foster inclusion of white order workplaces. Madam Speaker, the opposition is proposing an obstruction of civil liberties with the implementation of a mandatory regime whereby diverse cultures are marginalized, with competence in English now deemed as the epitome of a skilled migrant, fostering a regime of white supremacy. Madam Speaker, consider... Honourable Member.
Madam Speaker, on personal insult, I believe that the Honourable Member deeming us our policies to be on the basis of white supremacy or encouraging it, I believe that's personal insult.
I don't believe there's a point of order. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, consider the negative psychological repercussions of a migrant in a foreign land, their identity already compromised. Yet encountering a state with attitudes of worthy, competent individual revolves around English skills being the principal aspect, dictating their acceptance into the social and economic community. Madam Speaker, the migrant will be further alienated with a loss of identity, having their native language deemed unfit to allow transition into an Australian society. Madam Speaker, to increase the chances of a smooth transition into a new environment, the first time commencing a rigorous task of formal linguistic education ought to be extended to allow the migrant to immerse into Australian culture and settle down, find their identity within the Australian context, and indeed experience and realise the importance of English in effective social communication, coming to a heightened appreciation of the opportunities offered by the mandatory English lesson schemes, without abuse. However, Madam Speaker, are we not a multicultural society, a status quo in 1978? Now, 2011, we are imposing, not proposing, forcing a totalitarian regime whereby diversity for the idea of English as the epitome of a skilled individual. Mr. Speaker, do we want concentration camps of migrants dotted around New South Wales, where they are forced to learn English before being considered as valuable citizens, able to contribute to the state dynamic? Mr. Speaker, we must consider a migrant's potential value lies outside of linguistic skills. Furthermore, Madam Speaker, although we recognise the importance of language, to value one language over another results in marginalisation of a migrant identity, which itself is built around a language. However, with the mandatory implementation of the scheme, we are forcing a monolingual culture. Madam Speaker, with regards to these flaws and the government's proposed amendments to strengthen this bill, the English language skill scheme is integral in fostering a migrant's comfort within the Australian culture. That is, through language, a connection felt beyond superficial borders, whereby a migrant not only expands their cognitive processes of being bilingual, thus increasing their potential in academia, but also connects in speech, words, and thoughts, the foundations of a unified state exempt from linguistic disparities. We, the government, commend this bill's potential and accept the essence. However, we propose our amendments to further strengthen it. The Honourable Member for Wagga Wagga.
Madam Speaker, the